Hello and greetings. Good morning. Welcome to a new day. Today is Thursday. I think today is 13th of April 2023. So I'm one of the many voices within the Simply Brilliant community. And as usual, I do come here to give up updates as regards the recently concluded mass adoption meeting. Welcome to the Simply Brilliant community. And my purpose is to make sure that I keep everyone informed about our progress. One of my purpose. I'm an economic developer within the Simply Brilliant community, and an economic developer is someone that sees to the welfare of our community. Welfare simply means the growth of the community, and growth of the community has to do with your devotion, your timing, your financial contribution and efforts made to see that members come into the community. That's what an economic developer is. And I'm an economic developer. So within the next few minutes, I'm going to take time to summarize yesterday's mass adoption meeting. And before I even start, I have to share my screen so that we can begin. Okay, so I think the screen is now being shared. So I would begin by Um, the meeting was anchored by Kaldasha. Mondays is Biderick, and then Wednesdays is Kaldasha. And I can tell you, yesterday's mass adoption meeting sincerely touched my heart. Now, let me tell you why I said it touched my heart. The reason is because there has been a whole lot of saga in the community recently, or should I say, there has been tension in the community. And the reason why there has been tension is because people began to contemplate if this community is moving forward or will move forward or not. A number of people were concerned about the fact that they've not yet received their rewards, and the administration was able to douse the tension yesterday. And he doused the detention with all sincerity of heart. He doused the detention because he wanted humanity. In fact, he wanted the community to see that his intentions are sincere, are true, are pure, and that he has been dealing with a whole lot of challenges because the community hasn't been growing as expected. And after he poured out his heart to the community, it would only be an unreasonable person that would not see through his mind, And then I decided to forget about whatever thing that is in the system that I'm supposed to get, and had a change of mind because I'll be sincere. I had a biased mind, and I began to contemplate: is it worth building the community? Yes, I will tell you the truth. I began to contemplate: is it worth building the community? Considering that almost everything is in the community. I mean, my exchange, some things are there. My staking, a number of things are there, and then the buyback is also there. And so far, I've not also collected my bounty. These are the things that made me offended with the system. I became angry, and I was like, oh, so what's the use of building the community? After all I've built, everything is locked in the system. But the administration made us understand that it's not his intention to lock things in the system, and that we may need to choose by or between getting what we have from the system and the survival of the community. And of course, we are a community. And when you check up the beginning of a community, a group of people that have one thing in common, and our common purpose is to see that we build heaven on earth, we build a life, build with love and respect. And we shouldn't look upon things that belong to us, but see it as the things belonging to the community and walk in love. So for the very first time, I had a second thought, and I decided to take it upon myself to see how I can grow the community. Because if all of us who are listening to me takes it upon themselves to grow this community in love and in respect, pour out your heart like the administration did yesterday, you'll find out that the community will begin to grow and it will recover. And once it recovers from where it is now, it only gets better and everybody will be happy. Yes. So that's my preamble. And yesterday's meeting started with questions. of course, on Monday's meeting, after the administration addressed the community, it was like a number of people were very, very angry, and they were looking for a way to cause a disarray. So we ended the meeting so early on Monday. We ended it by about 5 o'clock or so. So this Wednesday, which was yesterday, the administration beckoned on us to come in, and then he reversed the concept. Previously, it's a 1 hour monologue, or how we do it before, a 1 hour monologue and another 1 hour of dialogue where people ask questions. But this time it was reversed. So it was about an hour of question and answer, and then the other hour was to ask questions. So they asked a few questions. Now, one of the questions they asked was, the administration should be swift in, you know, enacting judgment on the people that are causing the price of Joy G to go down. And then the administration, responded by saying, we're a community built on the principle of love. And some of these people are doing these things because of their own, I don't know, reasons best known to them. And then when they do these things, the price goes down. But he has already set up a quick recovery based system. And the quick recovery based system is a system that will cause the price to recover rapidly if and only if the members in our community are able to bring in a reasonable number of people to the community. If you bring in a reasonable number of people, whenever the price goes down, it will recover in a matter of hours. Even if it's not the administration that does it, if it is any other person that does it, the price will quickly recover. Now, I want us to see that the people that are doing these things, they don't have so much power over the community. Let me first of all share my screen again so that we'll understand what I mean. All right, so I'll be going to the blockchain, which is BSC Scan, that has all the holders of the community. That's where I am. I think you're seeing my screen. Now, when you look at this and look at it carefully, you will find out that 90% of this is in the hands of the administration. This will be distributed to 1 billion of us in different proportions as we build our community into 1 billion. Now, the bulk of this will be domiciled in the hands of the government, or should I say founders of the community. This I'm talking about, which are the core team. Forget about is this that I'm referring to. The core team, backup team, and rotator team. That's where the bulk of this will be domiciled in. And then this would also be distributed to us, members of the community, and a few of it will also be in the market. We are still a very, very young coin. And the administration has been warning us that we should be very careful about how we grow our community using Joy G. And he had already talked about it on the blog. So in the course of time, we are going to benefit from this, and we're also going to benefit from this. One thing you should also bear in mind, we're a people-driven economy. That's what we are, a people-driven economy. And if we're a people-driven economy, then most of the coins will not be domiciled in the market. It will be domiciled with us, members of the community. Now, if you are able to understand how this graph works, or sorry, how this table works, you would understand that admin has put a very little supply in circulation. And if enough people can just take part in becoming members of the community, the price will be recovering fast. And once the price recovers fast, this our concern of the price dipping, will just be a thing of the past. So most people who complained about admin should set up a system to punish them, he said no, it must be driven with love and respect. And whatever they are doing, it's their choice. If that's what their energy is given to, good luck to them. But let me add my own, that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Even if it does not come as a recompense from the community, nature has its way of offsetting the attitudes of some people. So I do advise that people should be careful about actions they take, because there are things called sowing and reaping time. If you sow, you must reap. So if you sow evil into this system, you may reap it from somewhere else. So that's my own feedback. And whatever you do, it's your choice. Now, The administration, when you look at this table, you will see that this is the admin wallet. It has added some few coins. And this is PancakeSwap. Also remember, the administration said that when PancakeSwap gets to 23, then the price of Joyg would have hit 4,000. Remember as well that we are going to start withdrawing when the price of Joyg gets to 4,000. And for now, it is still like that. And we are still building. He has told us build the community. As long as we build the community, the number of people that come here to buy from here to use to pay subscription fee would automatically enter the admin's wallet, and it will grow. And when it gets to a point, then you'll find out that this will go into circulation again, and then this will be recycled into this, and it will be used to pay every member who are expecting their withdrawals. And then the cycle continues. This goes back. When it is given to members, members use it to pay subscription fee, and then it goes back to the admin wallet. The cycle continues, and this will continue to go down and go down and go down. As it keeps going down, the administration will continue to distribute as more members come in, depending on what category they find themselves. It's not so far from now. We'll get to June. Once we are in June, we'll have new members added to us. So a number of other people asked some other questions, but I paid attention to the ones that were directly impacting members of this community. Some people applauded the administration and then said he's doing a good job, that he should keep up with what he's doing, and that the community enjoys what he's doing, and that the community is with him, And as long as we put our minds together and we focus, we are going to achieve our objective. Now, when we look at this, you see that this is 90%, and then you look at this is 9.9999. Now, when you sum it up, that's 99%. So the bulk of the coins are still domiciled with the administration and Kismet. Now, this 429, when you look at it and then look at the percentage, it is still zero. It is 0.000, meaning that it's negligible. Okay, even the admin wallet is seen as negligible. Now, I want you to understand how price impact can change everything. Now, this PancakeSwap is the one holding the main spread or the market. And if this keeps going down, the price will keep going up. Now, can you picture a situation where this gets to, let's say, 10? If you picture where this gets to 10, you'll find out that as at then, the price of Joyg may be at about, let me say, at about $10,000. And once it's in the hands of a reasonable number of people in the community, there should be a balance. And then at some point, the administration will offset the balance by sending some money into PancakeSwap to allow the price to stabilize, kind of, So when you look at this, and then you scroll down, and you scroll down, you'll find out that the bulk of the people on the first page, which is the first 50 page, 50 number of 50 members, 50 holders, are having 0.000, 0.07, 0.0 this. They are having very little. Now, the people that we see as members in the community who may be threats to us are only two. And these are number one, and number two. Now, this one is admin, or programmers. I don't know, whichever it is, because the wallet has been the wallet the admin has been talking about, those who are paying attention. So it's only 1 and 2 are the people that we can see as individuals that can offset us. Now, if they are motivated by greed, they can do as they wish, because I think these guys are in a very good position to grow generational wealth. If they choose to just hodl throughout this year, I'm sure that the price of Joyg before the end of this year would get to a very reasonable level. I don't know what it is, but a reasonable level. And if they can just hodl throughout this year, it means that they have made a fortune. And if they are able to make a fortune that large, then next year they can decide to spend it if they wish to. It's their choice. And at this point, the administration can't do anything about whatever they are doing. Whether they choose to add to what they have or withdraw from what they have, the administration can't do anything about it, but it would impact the price of the market. And when it impacts the price of the market, it will cause the price of Joy G to go down. If this individual sells one Joy G, it will have a reasonable amount, or two, it will have a reasonable impact on the market, and the price will go down. Now, we have a target of 14,000. I'm sorry, 4,000. We have a target of 4,000. Let us look at what the price is now. I come here and go back to our Kismet Love. So when I get there, sorry, our gringo.cash. Now, let me refresh my page. Okay, now, okay, it's still it. Now, this is the market, and as at now, our price is 2,737, and yeah, 2,737. And if we keep going up and keep going up, it means that members are making their commitment financially. And if we keep moving at that pace, we're going to get to 3,000 today. If people do not sell, we could get to 3,500 today if the volume of people making contributions also appreciates. And then by tomorrow, we could get to about 3,500, 6, or 700. And before the end of this week, which is maybe Saturday, we could hit 4,000 if people do not sell. Now, there are a number of people in the community that are in opposition to this that I'm saying. Some people are offended and they are taking it personal, and they have sworn, taking it upon themselves, that it's going to take us a while before we get to 4,000. It's the choice that they've made. And I'm giving a call to members of the community that this is where you have to be strong. Because if you allow these individuals who are not much, I've shown you the individuals that has the potential of causing the price to go down. If you sell one Joy G, this is what you are probably going to see, something like this. If you sell one Joy G, now a number of people are selling, and I don't need to go into investigations because everything is open on the blockchain. You can see who these people are, at least their wallet addresses. Now, if you are motivated by love and you think that you want the good for the community, then you should just huddle for a while. The administration is pointing at something in his explanation yesterday. Let me show you what. This, our community is built on a principle called leverage. Now, it's built on three principles. The first one is love. The second one, respect. Now, that's the characteristics of our community: love and respect. And then the principles upon which it is built are diligence, dedication, discipline, and persistence. That's how it's actually being built. Now, we thrive using the concept of leverage. That's how we thrive. So what the administration wants to do is he wants this team, which is Rotator 23, to get to about 70 something. Well, we need to do a bit of calculation. Let me pull out my calculator so that we can understand. And let me share my screen so that we can look at it from that point of view. Hold on, please. I'm trying to get the calculator, but it looks like I'm not seeing it. I mean, I want to share my calculator, but it looks like it's not forthcoming. All right, so since it's not forthcoming, then I may need to just work with my calculator and then talk so that people understand. Now, the core team is made up of 11,111. The backup team is made up of 5,000. Now, as at now we speak, it sums up to 16,111. And shortly from now, the rotator team will come on board. And as at now, I speak with you, the rotator team is 9,860. As at yesterday, it was 10,200 and something. And this shows that people are not paying attention. This shows that there is a problem with the structure of this system, not necessarily the system itself, but the individuals who are forming this system are not doing their work properly. A number of people do not tell their downlines what to expect when they are coming in. They only show the glittering side of it, the beautiful side of it, and they hide the other side, which is the part they should make them know. They are only interested in them making a commitment, and you find out that most of these people that are not telling them the truth encourage them to pay on a monthly basis. And when they pay the first month and the second month and they don't see anything, they fall out. Or at worst, they pay for 3, 4 months. And that's not the attitude of an economic developer. An economic developer should make them see the holistic view and what to stand to benefit, what they stand to benefit 1 year from now. So I don't know what this will be by the time we have gotten to June 12th, but probably nothing much will change. What to expect? If you are thinking that something will happen between now and June, a miracle will happen, I don't know. I'm not the administration. But one thing I know is that there is a promo running which will expire by the end of this month, and that promo will not be renewed. It began last month and it's ending this month. And he's calling all of us to see how we can grow this community so that we can get in a reasonable number of people in this community before then. Now, back to what I was talking about. I was talking about leverage. Now, by June, core team, backup team, and rotator 22 are the ones that will benefit. And rotator 22, as I speak to you, is 9,860. Now, I don't know what it will be by June, but let me work with what I'm seeing today. That's what I want to work with, which is 9,860. So as at now, we have 16,111. Now I add 9,860, which is going to sum up to 25,971. Now, these are the number of people that will start cashing out by June 12th. And the administration has told us that we should learn a principle for now. And that principle is don't sell Joy G. Now, why is he saying we shouldn't sell Joy G? Please remember 25,971. The reason why he doesn't want us to sell Joy G is because we are leveraging on those that will get their reward next year. Remember, the total number of people that are supposed to be in the community, which are the founders level, are supposed to be 111,111, right? Yes, 111,111. And these are supposed to be the founders, which will comprise of core team 11,111, backup team 5,000, and then I think rotator team 95,000. Am I right? I think I'm right. So when you sum that up, it's 111,111. But as at now I speak, what we have is 25,971. Now, when you subtract that 25,971 from 111,111, it means we still have 85,140 people to bring into the community so that they can benefit from this promo in this month of April. And I think that's a huge task for us. And if we put our minds and our heads together, and each person, now this is 25,971. Now let's say that's 25,971 all brings in at least 3 people each. At least 3 people each. When you bring in 3 people each, it sums up to about 77,913. Now, 77,913 is still lower than 85,140, which is the numbers that we need to fill out the rotator team. So that clearly means that we have to work harder. We have to bring more than 3 people, at least every individual. Even if we bring in 3 people each, it's obvious that in a team, more people, some people bring in more, some people will bring in 5, some people will bring in 10, some people will bring in 15, some will bring in 20, while some will bring in 1, some will bring in 3, It depends. But what I'm actually driving at is leverage. Now, the administration is asking us that we should not sell because the number of people that are withdrawing, if we choose to sell, the rate at which the price will tank will be so fast because the people that are coming in are lower than the number of people that are selling. He wants a situation where the number of people who are coming in and are paying their subscription fee will be more than the number of people that are withdrawing. And for instance, these 85,000 people are those that should receive their reward next month or next year, sorry. And before the end of this year, somehow we're going to fill out those numbers. And most of them will get their reward next year. Okay. Now, if we're able to fill out those numbers, then it means that the core team, backup team, and rotator team can decide to swap once in a while. And when they swap, the number of people that are bringing in their money to pay subscription fee will just offset it. And the graph or the chart, which is the market, will quickly recover because for every one person that swaps, there will be 10 people that are paying their subscription fee to cause the price to recover fast. This is what the administration has been talking about. So it all has to boil down to numbers. It's a numbers game. And he wants us to help him. He's saying help him to achieve this goal. Because if we don't achieve this goal, we are going to spend more time in this community struggling and more people will fall off. If we want to get to 4,000, it means we just have to bring in more people to this community within a short time. And even if the people that are there that are having those amount of coins decide to sell off everything, in a matter of 24 hours, we'll recover. And once we've recovered, we've offset them. Now, we have to stay united together and work as one team. And when we have one mind, it doesn't matter the forces that will gather against us. We will naturally offset them because the administration, by the wisdom of God, sat down and fashioned a system that it will be impossible to offset. It will be impossible to bring down. Where we are now, it's impossible to bring us down. It's just impossible. But we have to have one mind to be able to grow this community to where we're supposed to get it. So the beauty of this thing is like this. The core team, backup team, and rotator team will leverage on the rotator 23 so that they can enjoy the withdrawal benefits. And as these numbers are growing, those people that have their money in the buyback, they can easily get back their money. And the admin would not be afraid that if they choose to sell off, it will tank the price so bad that it will take days before it will recover. It is all boiled down to we bringing in people to the community. And if we are able to bring in a very reasonable amount of people to fill out this rotator 23 and even start filling out the billionaire level, then the community will just move seamlessly and then easily we'll get to our destination. So core team, backup team, and rotator 22, which will receive their reward by June, are going to get leveraged on rotator 23 because rotator 23 are like 3 times these 3. I don't know how many these people will be by June. And if they are not paying attention, then it means these numbers will continue to drop. And as these numbers continue to drop, it also means that we need to bring in more people on the rotator 23 to help to grow the community. As at now, rotator 23 is 2,227. It is far from 85,000. We are looking at possibly by June, if it continues the way it's falling, we may have to work on getting at least 90,000 people to the community. And that means 90,000 people are going to help push those on the core team, backup team, and rotator team. And it's going to be a balance. Now, by next year, when this rotator team are supposed to start getting their own reward, they would now begin to leverage on the 1 million billionaires. And then the 1 million billionaires will build, it will have a natural growth effect. And you'll find out that the rotator 23 are helping core team, backup team, and rotator team. They are leveraging on them. And now this 23 will now leverage on the billionaires. And then when the billionaires has helped them, of course, that will be 1:10 because they may be about 90,000, right? 90,000 will be leveraging on 1 million. Now, once the 1 million has been filled out, the 1 million people will begin to leverage on the millionaires. And you remember that the millionaires are subdivided into 4 categories. which is 250 million, 250 million, 250 million, 250 million. Those are the millionaires. When you sum up 250 million times 4, that's 1 billion. So the first batch of individuals that this will leverage on are the first batch of the millionaires. And then the principle of leverage continues. And each of them must be able to spend at least 1 year committed to this course so that we can grow this community. This is what the admin wants. And at the stage we are, if we are not willing to grow this community, then everything will still be on a standstill. People will continue to complain about they've not received their buyback. People will continue to complain about they've not gotten their bounty, and everybody will just stay on a standstill. In fact, it wouldn't just be on a standstill. Some people will not want to do anything. And in this community, we're like a current, and current is not static. Current is kinetic, it moves. And if you choose not to move and you are still, the system would remove you, meaning that you must make your subscription fee payments. You must, it's something you have to do. And that is also based on leverage. Educating people, bringing them to the community, telling them the task to follow through for 1 year, and then you leverage on them, and then they give you a certain amount of their payments and use it to keep up with the system. This is all what we are going to change the world based on this principle called leverage, you know. So I'm actually calling on each and every one of us to put hands together. What I've just told you is the summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. Even though I was not very word by word, I didn't explain word by word, but the total summary of everything the administration is trying to point out is for us to put heads together and grow this community. The administration said yesterday that he has done everything. We've faced a whole lot of challenges. He spoke to Bederick. He asked Bederick, do you remember 2021 when we were about to collapse? And Bederick said, if we collapse at this point, I'm dead. Because Bederick has been the face of this community and is still the face of this community and is working assiduously to see that the community succeeds. And he's one of the oldest members in this community. You know, while I came into this community, he was one of the leaders and he's still one of the leaders. The rest of them who I was aware of has fallen aside, possibly because of they didn't have a comprehensive understanding of what this community is or will be. Or would I say they wanted to rival the administration? I don't know why they decided to fall off. But the point I'm actually driving at here is that the admin made him understand the challenges they've gone through over the past, and that this is also one of the challenge, which will also be a thing of the past, as soon as we have agreed to put heads together to push this community to where we're supposed to be. So it doesn't matter whether your system has been locked up in the exchange. Why it is still there is because we have not grown the community sufficiently, or it's been locked up in the staking. Now, if we release the staking too early, many people will make withdrawals too fast, and it will also have a ripple effect on the price, which will cause it to nosedive. All these things are the reasons why the admin has held it back. So most of us are actually affected negatively, but you have to weigh it very well. You know, one thing is yourself, just you. You are one person. The other thing is a group of people of about 35,000 that are supporting this system. Why would your choice, just one person's choice, want to affect 35,000? To me, it's not a good one. I've also been affected. In fact, I've been affected so much. But I have chosen to put that aside and put my head, put my mind, put my energy into seeing how this can succeed. If you see this I have said and you share in the same vision with me, then let's put heads together and let's push this community. Let's see how we can get it to where we're so. Even if we don't get to our expected 80,000, but let's see what we can do. And as long as we are pushing this community, at least let us push it to the point where the price of Joy G should get to at least 4,000. If we're able to get this price of Joy G to 4,000, it's a good one. And it does not matter whether individuals are tanking it. If the people pushing in the system or the positive pressure is more than the negative pressure, then we're just going to naturally offset it because the supply is very little. I hope I've been able to make sense in this broadcast. All right, so on this note, I'll be rounding off. If you are here and you want to make one or two contributions, ask your questions or what have you, I think you can. So I want to use the remaining time to, make one or two feedbacks on those who have made their contributions. So this is my beloved sister that always comes around on my broadcast. And I think she's learning a lot. She's also someone that attends mass adoption meeting, So hello, Ambassador Augustine, good morning, sir. Thanks for serving humanity. You're welcome, madam. And also my brother and friend, hello, Ambassador Augustine, greetings. Thank you for serving humanity. In fact, the way the both of you behave is like you people are brothers and sisters. I don't know. But you guys speak together or speak the same mind. Speak with one mind. And I love it. Keep it up. Both of you from Uganda, you guys, thank you for keeping the community running. Thank you for getting informations and then spreading it across. So if you're just tuning into my broadcast, do well to like, share, subscribe, especially on the part of liking, so that it will serve as social proof. Okay. And also do well to share. Share to your friends, share to your loved ones. It's necessary so that people will have an idea of how the mass adoption meeting went. And we also encourage people to come for the mass adoption meeting so that they can learn. And when they learn, then we can build a community that will help humanity move out of the shackles of control by the elites into a world based on the principle of abundance. Principle. It's called principle. If you understand that concept called principle, because whatever thing on earth you want to achieve, whether you want to achieve success or failure, it's based on a principle. And one of the principles to success is consistency. We've been consistent for about 7 years and we will continue being consistent. Some people will come in, some people will fall off. It's because they have not been able to raise their vibration to the level of the community. And whoever it is driving this community is the administration. So he has the highest frequency. And every individual that would thrive in this community should be able to elevate their frequency to his level. And once you've been able to do that, the subscription fee payment won't be an issue, because everything has to do with responsibility. Being in this community, you are responsible for your account and you have to do what you have to do to make sure the community moves forward. One of the things you have to do is tell people, leverage on people. When they pay their subscription fee, you get your own. Now, if there is something else you are doing and it's giving you some money, then use that to support. But it does not mean you should be ignorant. You should be able to know what the community has, know what to gain from the community, knowledge, gain the required knowledge so that you can tell people. Because this is something that everybody should take advantage of. Humanity will get to know about us, but it's a good thing that those of you who are here are knowing about it first. While over time, others will know. But at some point, we are going to blow, we are going to explode. And when we explode, everybody wants to be part of us. So we are still building the founders level now. And if you're part of this founders level, then congratulations. I hope you hold on to the end. All right. So Augustina Sambo says, thank you, sir, for always taking out time to update us on what's going on in the community. God bless your efforts. And please, this broadcast is not the mass adoption meeting. It's a summary. Okay. If you want to go into proper documentations or proper understanding of the general community of what's going on, then come for the mass adoption meeting. I am giving us a summary. I'm not giving you comprehensive details. It's a summary because the meeting is a 2-hour meeting and I'm only going to take about 40 minutes to get this meeting summarized. So I hope you understand that you can't gain everything by coming for this summary. You should be in the mass adoption meeting. I'm just giving this as a summary for those who may not have the time to attend. Maybe over time they will, but I hope you get what I mean. All right, you're welcome, Madam Sambo. And Afia, good morning, my brother. Always, I'm happy to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'm also grateful. Good morning, Ambassador. Thank you for the updates. We appreciate your wonderful work. Rosemary Thompson, you're welcome, madam. Well done. Thank you. Your name is wonderful. Ronnie, I appreciate. And then finally, good morning, Council. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Yeah, I do appreciate. So this is a summary of the meeting of yesterday. And put heads together, put minds together. Let's make this happen. Most people in this community are not paying attention. When you come to the meeting yesterday, we were about 500 and something, but you find out that 1 hour into the meeting, almost 20% had already left. Now, the question is, why did they leave? The answer is simple. They did not hear what they wanted to hear. I don't know what they wanted to hear, but so many people in this community has diverse minds. And the intent of the administration is to see that everybody in this community will have one mind, will think alike, and will act alike. And that's where we have built one billion strong active members. And whether you like it or not, you are going to at some point have the same mind with every other person. And when you have the same mind, you will see everybody like a brother to you, or like a friend or a sister to you, and you will not hurt the person. When you think of something and you want to do it, you find out that whatever you want to do will be in opposition to the well-being of your community members. You would restrain from doing it. That's the mind the administration wants. Unison of mind, unison of purpose. And we are going to get there as we are building this community and we carry out our individual responsibilities. Put heads together, we'll get there. I have made up my mind, I will get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but I have made up my mind. And if you make up your mind, the universe is listening, and there is power in every word you speak. Once you believe in a thing and you hold on to it, the universe will provide what it takes for you to achieve it. Forget whether you have the money or not. It's your mind. Once you believe a thing, the universe will work in your favor to make it a reality. All right. On this note, thank you so much for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.